Hello friends, now that ICI has postponed the May examinations and all the students are going to appear in the November paper, I hope that your preparations are going well. Many of you would have cleared your IPCC in the last attempt. Many of you will be sitting for it in November. So once you clear your IPCC, it is mandatory for every student to go through 3 years of compulsory articleship. बट आजकल ये देखा जाता है कि बहुत सारे ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो डमी ले लेते हैं. सो व्हाट इज डमी? डमी इज बेसिकली कि द स्टूडेंट रजिस्टर्स under a chartered accountant, and in papers he's doing his articleship in the CA firm, but actual में he's not going to the offices. So nowadays, why do so many students opt for dummy and not take articleship? Well, according to me, there are multiple reasons for it. स्टार्टिंग से ही हमें ये बोला जाता है कि सीए बहुत टफ कोर्स है एंड यू हैव टू गिव इन योर 100% to clear it. The syllabus is huge, and I agree. So, students feel that if they do not do the articleship, they'll get sufficient time to study for their final exams and will clear it in the first attempt. CA finals में there are 8 subjects, and there are students who take tuitions for all these 8 subjects. So managing tuitions along with your office becomes really hectic because you will have at least 8 to 10 hours of office and then 3 to 4 hours of coaching plus the conveyance time. So many students feel that it will not be possible for them to manage both the coaching as well as office. It's also seen that many students complete their first year of articleship very religiously, and after that, they opt for a dummy for the next 2 years. I think maybe people do this because they feel that the next 2 years will be only a repetition of the first one. So they feel that now they have learned everything that they can from in their first year. They should now focus on their studies so that they can crack their CA exams in the first attempt. Sometimes I've seen that it also happens that a person wants to do, or he started his articleship thinking that he will do the entire 3 years religiously, but he doesn't get a very good experience. The work environment or the principal's behavior seems really hostile to him, and he becomes so much negative that he does not want to continue in it. So he thinks best to opt out of articleship in the next 2 years. So these are a few reasons that I think people opt for a dummy. I had completed my entire 3 years of articleship from one firm, and based on my experience, I can say that articleship is actually very important. During the course of your articleship, you meet a lot of people, different clients, you get an opportunity to interact with them, share your experiences, and get to know about their experiences, which help you in your future. So, specifically for those people who want to start their practice after completing their CAs, I think articleships gives you the first opportunity to interact with real life clients. It can also help you secure clients once you've completed your chartered accountancy course. Second, we should we have to realize that in other courses like say BCom, MBA, etc., students tend to do internships for say 2 or 3 months to gain practical experiences. It's like an optional thing. They do it so as to enhance their CVs. But 3 years of articleship is a compulsion for a CA. All the students who will be clearing the CA course with you, majority of them would have done their 3 years of articleship. So automatically they will get an edge over you. Next, you imagine you've cleared your CA in the first attempt. Maybe you're also a ranker and you're sitting in front of the interviewer, and the interviewer asks you a very simple question: how can you see the, the name of directors in a company? And now, this was not taught in the books, so you don't know about the MCA sites because you've never actually worked in a firm. How embarrassing that would be! You're a chartered accountant, maybe a ranker, and you don't even know the very basics of the practical training. We all know that what we study in books is actually very different from what happens in reality. So, that practical experience is really important for you to grow as a chartered accountant. Next, you'll have to manage your books, your tuitions, your office, and everything together if you're doing your articleship. It actually improves your time management skills. It builds confidence in you. To some extent, I feel, yeah, 3 years is actually a lot. Maybe 2 years would have been sufficient. But then again, repetition actually increases your efficiency. If you file a tedious return for the first time, then you're bound to make multiple mistakes. In the fifth time, maybe the number of mistakes will begin to reduce. By the 10th time, maybe the number of mistakes will become nil, but your speed will still be moderate. But by the time you filed your 50th or 100th tedious return, your speed would have increased exponentially and with the minimal number of errors. This is what repetition helps you in. So, thinking that 3 years of articleship will just be repetitive work is true. Repetition will obviously be there because every September the returns period will begin. You'll have to file the individual returns every July, tedious returns every quarter. But then again, this is the work of a CA. Once you become a CA, then also you'll have to do this. So that repetition will actually increase your efficiency. You'll make a you'll make the least number of errors which is actually expected of a chartered accountant. And if you've completed all your 3 years of articleship, then once you've cleared your CA, you will know it in your heart that you had not taken any shortcuts. You had finished all the three levels. You finished your articleship along with your studies and you managed it really well. At the end, it will all be worth the effort. To take a dummy or to take an article or to complete your articleship is a completely personal choice. But I have done 3 years of articleship and I do not regret it. I've seen people who did not do their articleship and are yet well settled. But before you choose to take a dummy, think about it. In my opinion, it is always best to do the articleship because that experience will definitely help you in some way or the other in the future. I hope this video helps you in choosing whether or not to take a dummy. If you like the video, do share and subscribe. Thank you.